Hey guys!
And welcome to Spilling the Crime, a true crime podcast hosted by
Me, Umberto!
Jonas. And before we start this episode, I have a little confession to make. While watching this documentary, I was taking my notes, but I was too tipsy, so my notes will go from great or credible to garbage. So, great.
So let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this. Good luck. So today we are talking about the worst roommate ever, the first episode called Call Me Grandma. So this case is focused on a woman known as Dorothea Puente, who runs a boarding house for those less fortunate, but she does some really shady stuff, really dark on her house.
I look at it and I think nothing makes sense. This is absolutely
Sir, I
goofy.
have not killed anybody.
You are the keeper of the house. I think you know about Mr. Montoya. He's in that backyard, I believe, Dorothea. He is in that backyard or he's been disposed of some other manner.
Not by me.
So we start in Sacramento, 1988. At the time, Sacramento was a good place to live, a growing city. People were buying houses, but the homeless were a big problem.
So in this documentary, we are introduced to Jody.
At that time, County Mental Health had created a homeless task force. Our goal was to get them off the street and get them connected with mental health services and a decent place to live. On the very first day, I noticed him. I have it on video. His birth name was Alvaro Gonzalez Montoya.
Also known as Bert. Bert? Bert where? Why Bert? Bert? Alvaro Bert?
I don't know, I don't see the connection.
Bert, it is. So Jody had a mentally ill son, so she understood Bert. He used to hear voices. He was diagnosed schizophrenic at the age of 16.
So Bert was born in Costa Rica. He came from Costa Rica to the US with his parents. And when Judy asked if the voices in his head go away when he takes his drugs, he says that he's not taking them because they made him feel sick. The parents tried to help him when he was young by putting him in a mental institution, but they gave him a lot of shock therapy. And when he got out of there, he left home.
I believe shock therapy only makes everything worse, or don't you think so? I'm not sure. You maybe have more knowledge about this. Is it worse? I think it is. It's kind of aggressive, no?
Not necessarily. So shock therapy, it's used nowadays for numerous conditions, mainly psychiatric. But of course, it's not used like we see in the movies. So
okay. I have that in mind. Like you go to...
No. No, you are under anesthesia and you don't feel anything. Obviously, our brain works by electricity. And the theory here is that by giving shocks, you can change some pathways and relieve some symptoms.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't. Always learning. So where did Bert ended up?
So Bert left home and he... I'm sorry, I didn't say this, but it's obvious. Like any other procedure, it has complications, side effects, and everything that's... it's known to everything that you do to your body. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what they did to him. Just explaining that nowadays it's still used. So he ended up in a detox place, although he wasn't addicted to anything.
But he was an alcoholic, right?
No.
Or was my tipsy person writing the problem? Okay.
Yes, maybe it was the alcohol that you were drinking.
Okay, but
he was just poor and they...
Wow.
Yes.
And here we start. He was not well treated in these shock treatment houses, I believe, but Jody had...
He is not in shock therapy houses. The shock therapy was when he was young. Then he ran away and he got to Los Angeles, where he's staying at this detox place.
Oh.
Okay, this will happen a lot.
Oh, no.
We will reserve the drinks and wine for while we are recording. You
My
will
God, this
not
was
drink
such a
anymore while taking
But we
notes.
were supposed to record afterwards. It would be so chaotic. I was so tipsy. I was.
Yes.
It was terrible.
You can drink now. Go ahead.
But I am. So Jody had this idea. Maybe you should go to a boarding home.
So we went to Dorothea Puente's house to see if it would be okay for Bert. She seemed so sweet. She had a box of kittens. She had little bottles of milk that she was feeding them. And she said, "Excuse me, I've got the kitties here." And we're really impressed with that. We're thinking, gee, she is nice. You know, she's got a box of kittens.
Jody found this very well recommended house, and there was a wonderful lady there. Was
Sorry, guys. I was reading my notes, and I had a note that said that Jonas was so sad when he realized that Bert is one of the victims.
yeah.
He was like, "Oh no, not Bert!"
So no, he was. You have these close-ups to his face, and he seems so nice, and I was like, no.
And I was like, what the fuck? So we have the Dorothea, that is obviously the grandma.
Yeah.
Sorry for the spoilers, but you should not listen to this if you haven't watched the doc.
She's the wonderful lady that...
Why would we be talking 20 minutes about Bert? Like, of course he's the victim.
So this boarding house was really well recommended in the community. Dorothy was really loved. She would donate in local charities and also clothing. Dorothy was an awesome lady.
You forgot the best part. She had burrito day.
Oh, she did. Yeah.
She gave food to the neighbors Tuesdays and Thursdays, something like this. Don't you love someone that gives you food?
Of course.
Yes.
Food is life.
So I would love
Eat, pray,
Dorothea.
love. What?
I would love Dorothea. Eat, pray, love, sex? No, it's not how it ends.
Did you see that movie?
No.
With Julia Roberts?
No, I just believe
Eat, pray, love.
I just believe that sex would be nice there.
In the boarding house?
No.
With the borders?
Eat, pray, and sex.
Eat, pray, sex. Love is sex also.
But it is eat, pray, love?
Yes. I think it is.
She's
looking for herself.
I still believe that sex in the end would be good.
A happy ending.
Happy ending.
In this boarding house, Dorothea would live in the top floor and the boarders would live down below. These boarders were alcoholics, people that the families didn't care about, and mentally ill. They would pay the rent with their social security checks. She was the one cashing the checks on naughty lady.
Sounds convenient.
Yes, for sure.
Judy was thinking about sending Bert there, and she talked with John Sharp, one boarder that she knew from the past.
He's a key person.
Yes,
by the way.
And she asked him what did he think about the place, and he said it's a good place.
Okay.
Poor Sharp. According to Dorothy at this time, she told Judy that she only ran the place because she wanted to help the less fortunate, because she was financial independent. Yeah, bitch.
How?
How
you were financial independent because of those checks?
Yes.
You would pay your house, you wouldn't have to pay anything.
Yes, I'm so rich. Come on, poor guys.
But I'm
live in my house.
I'm also super nice.
I'm rolling my eyes.
I'm taking care of these
They are
people.
doing backflips.
So Bert ends up there and he loves it. He had his own room and met a lot of people there.
He was making friends, and Judy liked to see him there.
Days have passed, and Judy called Dorothea and asked for Bert. And she said, Bert isn't here anymore.
When I called, no, he isn't here. He'll be back next week. Don't worry about it. Then I said, no, what I'm going to do is on Monday, I am going to call the police, and I am going to say there's a missing person here.
He is in Mexico. What? How? Where? How is
with his brother.
He had... Okay, sure.
Bert was alone for years and years without family, and now
he has a
supposedly brother. His brother take him to Mexico. Mexico, arriba, arriba! Tequila!
But guess what? Jody wasn't having this. He will be back on Friday. No, on Monday, I will call the police. She's not having this.
Monday arrives and this guy, Don Anthony, calls Judy. By the way, this doc has some amazing graphics.
Oh, yeah.
They are really good. They don't use actors. They use real footage and then some drawings.
Some drawings of the what
scenes.
supposedly happened.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
Nice job. So, sorry guys. This Don Anthony calls
Who's
Judy.
Who's Don?
Don is some...
Exactly. Let's move on.
No.
Not important.
He's a made-up character that's some border played, I believe. Some border passed as Don Anthony and calls Judy to tell that Bert was no longer living there. That he came from Mexico, but his family took him.
So he came back and then left again.
Bullshit!
I don't know. If I was Bert, I would like to say goodbye to Judy. No? But Judy wasn't having this also. So Judy talked with John Sharp.
Smart lady.
And she was like, where is Bert? John says, he's not here anymore. Oh my God, help. Judy's like, is something wrong there, John? And John answers, yes, she's been digging a lot of holes.
He said that none of them went to Mexico, so yeah. And this is where Judy gets very, very, very suspicious.
Can you say it again?
No.
Say it again.
No.
Come on.
This is where Judy...
Come on.
This is where Judy starts doubting this story.
So before we continue, let's talk about Dorothea a little bit.
When you first look at her, you just go like, this could be my grandmother or the little old lady next door. You cannot judge a book by its cover. And she had one heck of a cover.
Dorothea Puente was born Dorothea Gray in Redlands, California in 1929. She had a hardscrabble upbringing, and both of her parents died relatively early when she was young. Her first crimes were committed down in Southern California. As I remember, the first recorded time when she hits the system is in 1948. She was convicted of felony forgery of writing a fictitious check.
At 19, did you ever had to forge the signature of your parents in school? Like you received those tests and you had to get the signature of your parent to the teacher to see. Did you ever you can see that I'm guilty.
Of course. But no, I was a very good student and very smart.
No, I was a naughty boy. I had not so good grades, and I taught myself to make the same signature as my mother. Thank God she had a really easy signature.
That's a good say to put on a podcast.
So I did this 3 times. And then I felt guilty, and I gave the tests to my mother. They were all bad grades. 1950s. Dorothea was a prostitute in Sacramento and then became a madame, aka a pimp, and was sentenced.
Sentence? Say it again. How do you say it, Jonas?
Sentenced for operating a brothel. Girl, she's an entrepreneur. I mean,
she was making the living.
She was doing it.
I call it boss lady. Prostitute boss lady.
And she was doing this for 10 years. Damn, girl.
The police... By the way, here they explain why they took so long to get this information. Dorothea had married many times and had a lot of different names. The legal system did not work as it works today. Here is where we found out about the case of Michael Mckenzie. This was an older dude that Dorothea met at a bar or something.
Where she was working at, right?
Yes.
I don't know. For some reason, I didn't write anything in this portion. I think I blacked out for a moment. because I wrote nothing.
This was where you asked me for the empty bottle, maybe. Yeah. So these older dudes, they had some drinks and they gone to his place, and he starts feeling, guys, from now on, everything that we say, believe in me, okay? Let's, because I was sober.
My notes start to get, I don't think this is the point where, this is the point where my notes starts to get not great.
Don't mind doing a fact check on him. It will come dirty as fuck. They had a couple of drinks and this guy starts feeling weird, like paralyzed.
Yeah, on his apartment, she like stole everything from him.
Yes.
Damn, this is giving me You season 3 finale.
Oh
Spoiler,
my god.
Yeah,
you are spoiling a different show.
Yeah, but it happened kind of the same thing. Dorothea Puente was arrested because he reported. She left the house and he was still alive. She didn't kill this Mckenzie guy.
She pled guilty of this crime, obviously, and was convicted to 5 years in prison.
Who is this lady?
Yes, she was portraying as a medical doctor to old ladies and taking advantage of them, but basically.
She would do this. She did this to more people and then would take the money and leave.
Here is where we heard about a different story of Ruth Monroe by his son Michael.
Something happened here and I have nothing written. I was great taking these notes.
Yes, 10 minutes of sleep. You did well. Ruth was Dorothea's friend.
Tia? Sorry.
Do you think that you are in conditions to shaming me?
No.
Seriously?
No. I did a pun.
Tell them the story of Ruth.
No, I want to know. No. Tia. From the yard. Okay, sorry. Let's go.
They met in the restaurant where Dorothea was working. And after a while, she told Ruth's children to call her grandma. And this is where the name of the doc comes from. They got really close, and Dorothea used to ask Ruth for money to open a restaurant. But then
they wanted to open their own restaurant, right?
Yes, but the money was never enough. Then Ruth's husband, Harold, died of cancer. And since Ruth didn't want to live alone, she moved into Dorothea's place.
Oh.
That's amazing home.
So Ruth's son would visit Ruth every once in a while. And the last 3 days, everything went to shit, basically. Ruth had a drink on her hand while her son was visiting her, but she was allergic to alcohol. So it wasn't alcohol, but it was some sort of mix to calm her nerves because the restaurant wasn't making any money, and I believe Ruth was really stressed. There was a name that I wrote. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's the name of the drink. Crème de menthe. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this is, but from my blacked out section, I remember this name because it was super important, even though I don't know how to explain it. But Ruth's son goes to see his mother on the next day, and when he arrives, Dorothea says she's not feeling well. She's sleeping. He wanted to see his mother. Like, I want to see her. He went to Ruth's bed. She had her eyes opened. My God, I'm having flashbacks of an episode that I had with my mother once when I was little, but she's okay. She's well. She's here. And I believe Ruth was so drugged, but she was conscious on her mind, but couldn't do anything.
By the way, this happened when Ruth ran out of money.
Yeah.
Just explain.
Yeah, I mean, I have no more use to Ruth, so maybe I should throw her out.
When his son went to see her, she was crying. Although she was very sleepy, he could see some tears coming down her face. But he thought that once Dorothea was a nurse, lies! He would left her there because she was being taken. Why? She was taken care of. No, she was being taken care. She was taken care being. She was being cared.
She was taken care being.
She was cared. So his son left, and the next morning he got a phone call from his sister telling that Dorothea called her saying that Ruth died.
Dorothea didn't even call him.
Of course, Dorothea would not call him.
She's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes.
She was a cold hard snake, because she's dead. Dorothea called Ruth's daughter to come pick Ruth's stuff. That was...
An empty purse.
an empty purse.
Because she took everything.
No, she told that Ruth gave her everything.
Sure, right.
Everything.
So she committed suicide, and the autopsy gives us all the drugs she was taking, like tranquilizers, and she basically poisoned her to death. But at this time, there wasn't enough proof that this wasn't a suicide. So yeah, Harold went to see a prosecutor to charge for the murder to Dorothea. But again, there weren't enough things to prove that Dorothea was guilty. But Dorothea drained the bank account she had with Ruth. I think this would be enough proof. No?
But
Like,
they were
she's taking everything.
But they were partners or something, so how can you prove it? So this was a story before Mckenzie. Now we are back at the present, kind of. Well, we learned that Dorothea only did 3 years in prison.
But she did.
She did 3 years in prison. It was supposed to be 5, but she only did 3. And she started admitting borders while she was out.
She was released in 85. And what she was doing was illegal.
Of course.
Was totally illegal.
She was on parole, guys, so...
No one was keeping an eye on her until 88. Which is fucking crazy.
Be very welcome to this space. If you have your social security number, please give us.
We are here to secure your health, your well-being, and the way you live your life.
We will not cash in the money. No, we will not.
We are here only asking for your social security number and also your ratings to our podcast.
We also would like you to comment everything with 5 stars.
And give us...
And a wink wink.
And...
Come on. Let's do this.
And give us...
You can do it. Come on.
And give us feedback on our email, spillingthecrime@gmail.
Come on, Jonas.
@gmail.com, and also on our Instagram, where all the fun and the spillers are at.
Also, share this with a friend. This is very important. Play us on your workplace.
If you don't share this with a friend, a grandma will die.
But what? Play... Oh my god.
If you don't do this, also
play us
all the grandmas will get
on
you in your house.
Stop. Play us on your living room.
Yes, you can.
On your car.
Yeah.
On your bus.
Careful
if
with
you
your
are a
grandmas.
bus driver. Stop that. Stop.
The grandmas will get you.
Stop.
So we are back at the present.
Back to Bert.
And Bert is still
If you go
missing.
back to her, then I'll go back to Bert. It was very good.
It was.
Oh my god.
Judy was feeling... What? Judy filled a missing persons report and was suspicious of what was going on at that house. So police investigated, and every boarder gave the same story. Bert left with a family member. But...
Liza!
But... What? Liza Minnelli is coming? Are we summoning Liza Minnelli?
Yes, summon Liza in this room.
John Sharp had a different story to tell.
What did she tell you exactly? She just said, John, I'm going to ask you to lie for me today. She said, I think I'm going to jail. And she said, the police are coming out. And she said, I want you to tell them that I was gone Thursday and Friday. And that you saw Bert on Saturday. And she said,
And you knew you hadn't seen him for over 2 months?
I knew I hadn't seen him. And she said, I'll make it well worth your while.
Yeah, so she passed the notes to the guards. The guards! Not the guards, the police. She passed the notes to the police officer. Sorry, listeners. No, it is not. I just instantly took our listeners to the prison. We are not at prison. We passed the note to the police officer saying that she wants me to lie to you.
Oh my God, John, run.
Go Sharp! Go Sharp!
John, run or walk away, whatever, how you move, I don't know, but just leave.
Why wasn't Sharp dead?
He was questioned, John, and basically our crazy lady...
Everybody!
Yeah, wanted him to lie. So the prosecutor started to search for more information about Dorothea and found everything she did in those past years. Every information that we gave you, he knew that and more. By the way, Judy was super persistent.
Yes, so Judy knew about the holes that Sharp told her.
She was telling,
Judy
you
was
need
like,
to take shovels.
you need to take shovels. Social security lady was amazing. Like,
she's on something. She should be a detective.
Can you imagine her like screaming to the police, take shovels!
Take the shovels, go there. Judy, how do you know this?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at her butt. My anaconda don't want none unless you got shovels, baby. Where they are about to get busted. Help me here.
I'm still dead about that section.
About the anaconda.
So the prosecutor...
Are you thinking about the anaconda?
So the prosecutor went to Dorothea's house to question her, but she told them the same story. She looked into Jim. Who's Jim Wilson?
What?
Or Mr. Cabrera.
I know who he is. I'm
not sure who Jim Wilson is.
This guy, whatever the name, he's her Dorothea parole officer.
Oh yeah.
He's like a magician because he has the ability of showing out of nowhere. Where the fuck were you? Where the fuck were you for 3 years? She was running this illegal
brothel.
No,
it's a brothel.
What the fuck? For 3 years she was running
Wrong timeline.
For 3 years she was running this illegal business, and her parole officer was nowhere to be found. So
I don't
magician
think he
guy
wanted to be into this mess. I think he was like, let's just let her do, because she's the danger. She did everything she wanted.
No, but he didn't visit her, at least.
No, nothing.
Because if he went to her house,
he
would see the borders. So for 3 years, he didn't look at her face.
Yeah, she looked into the prosecutor's face and told him, I'm in violation of my parole. Oh, are you, girl?
Are you?
Or are you telling us now that you are? So,
I don't know who got most scared here. She or he? Okay, guys,
we are tipsy.
This is the most that I drink since surgery. So
then the prosecutor asked, "Can I search your house?" And she said yes. At this point, she's like, "Here we go again. Going to jail again, probably." He found a lot of blue pills everywhere.
But this was a sneaky lady.
She was a naughty lady.
Naughty.
So before leaving, he asked if he could dig the backyard. And Dorothea was like, "What for?"
Oh
shit! And he answered, "Well, the social worker, Judy, just leave the country now."
My God!
Leave now! Leave!
So,
leave now!
I'm feeling so aggravated at this point. So, Judge Judy just told them that they had to take shovels and fucking dig the place out. And they told the criminal, like, "Oh, Judy said so." Are you...
Oh my God, the social worker, and I imagine Dorothea. How could I just kill her?
Like, yes!
Judy didn't want to go there. She knew what's going on. She's not going there. She's not going close to Dorothea.
Yes.
Because she knew, I'm getting in one of those holes.
Because she's smart.
I'm getting in one of those holes.
Oh my God, yes!
No, I'm not going to. No. But this prosecutor just wanted to be able to tell Judy that we've searched everywhere, we dug around and found nothing. And
you see how this works. So, Social Security tells police what to do.
And she was like, yeah, sure. And I think in the next day, they just went there and start digging and started to find clothes and leather. And meanwhile, Dorothea is looking at them at the second floor like a fucking creep. I hate when I see people staring at the window, being like, just standing there. Like,
this is... No.
but she's seeing her life going through her eyes. She's like, what do I do now? What? They're gonna find stuff there. They are finding stuff, but I'm gonna stay here and see what will happen. I'm going to prison again.
Clearly, you are not from where I'm from. Because we have creepy people looking out of the window in every building.
At this point, I was kind of really tipsy, and I thought, yes.
Yes, please be heard so I don't have to...
it is her. Yeah. But it could also be someone that lived there before her, right?
While we were watching this, Jonas was so silenced. Can you imagine a drunk person and you put him a true crime doc?
I was trying to focus. I was trying to focus.
So they start digging and they start finding pieces of what seems to be cloth and pink things that look like beef jerky.
Yeah, but I also found a femur bone.
Oh my god, you just ruined it. I told the heart thing with a ball in the end. And I was like going to say, a femur bone!
I'm scared of what she's thinking.
So, do you remember the beef jerky thing? Yes, it was human flesh. Can you imagine, digging with your hands? And grabbing some pink things and you're like, this must be a shirt.
She was taken to questioning.
Thank God.
And the questioning guy is like,
How do you explain the body in the backyard?
I don't
2.5 feet down.
I don't
with
know.
clothing
I
and
don't
everything
know.
with it. How?
When you find out how old it is and see that I didn't have anything to do with that,
Dorothea,
sir, I don't know anything
I'm going to
about
ask you right now again. Are there any other bodies
it. No.
in your backyard?
Not that I didn't even know that one was there.
But she never flinched. She never said anything. She denied everything.
They didn't bother with that and they called the team to continue the digging.
she was not arrested. Nothing.
Based
Nothing
on
was
what?
done.
Based on what?
She was looking at the window. She should be arrested by
She's
that.
not guilty because she's looking from the window.
But during that second day,
You have a house. You can have a dead body in your backyard.
on my manhole.
Yes, on your manhole. You can have a dead body in your backyard that you don't know about.
Oh, stop.
You haven't lived there.
Stop.
Yes.
Stop.
And you are not guilty. I believe in you.
Stop.
I believe in you.
In
the name of love, before you break my heart.
Check it out.
Oh.
So the second day. This is
We
the
are
second
drunk.
day. So Dorothea is getting her. She's shitting herself, and she's calling Mr. Carrera, and she's like, "Am I under arrest?" And he's probably asking, thinking, "Not yet."
Not yet.
That's what I would answer. Not yet, girl. You're not arrested yet. But because this is making, and she answered also, because this is making me nervous, and I would like to take a cup of coffee and make my heart beat even faster with my nephew.
Okay.
You're nervous and you're gonna take a cup of coffee. It's not gonna slow your heart. You're still gonna be. I do this, by the way, because it's not gonna calm me down. It's gonna make it
even worse.
But there's a nephew here.
Yes. When I saw this, I thought that the nephew lived in Europe or something.
That would be clever.
Yes.
She would. Oh, a copy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just in France. I'm going to Paris.
But where is that? Oh, right over the hotel, around the
just
corner.
around the corner.
Yeah, she's running. She's running away.
Oh my God, we are not ending this episode.
Oh my God, I still have three
pages.
Flowers? Papers.
So
pages?
Since they had
6 pages of notes.
Yes, since they had no reason to arrest her, they had to let her go drink the coffee with the nephew that doesn't exist.
Meanwhile, Mr. Cabrera found a leg. And where's Dorothea? Let's go to the coffee shop. And guess what? She's not fucking there. Duh. Of course she did. I would also.
So they decided to put out a bolo.
Be on the lookout.
Yes, bolo in Portuguese stands for cake. So you can see our confusion here. So there was a national manhunt. Secret Services, FBI, Marshal Office, the media, everything, because the officer let her go.
The media was going
Congratulations.
frantic, and they found 2 bodies, but they continued to dig in the whole yard and found another body. And guess what, guys? It was Bert.
Yes, they found a big one, a heavy one.
How was she able to do this? She was fairly tiny.
She was tiny, but she was not that old, and we will
The
get
naughty,
into
naughty,
there.
strong lady.
The naughty, strong lady.
So Judy, when she found out she was broken, I think she blames herself to this day.
I'm getting the chills.
This is so sad.
Yes, this is okay. So we seem like some cold bitches here talking about this, but this is the part where our hearts.
Yeah, completely.
Okay. This is very, very sad because Judy wanted the best for Bert.
Yeah.
And she put him in the best place she could find, she believed. And this happened. So
this is so sad. And
our heart goes to Judy because she was trying to do her best.
And the police found 7 bodies. Oh my God.
Yes.
Sneaky, naughty, strong lady. Then,
yeah.
Oh my God. Dorothea looked older than she was. The way she dressed, the makeup, the hair. And would tell everyone she was like 65, 70 years old. But she was actually 50 years old. This is what Jody is telling us. They were the same age. While they were looking for more stuff in the house, they found on the 2nd floor adjacent to her kitchen, there was body fluid under 2 carpets.
So in this place where it smelled like putrefied human fluid was where Dorothy used to prepare the bodies for the burying in the yard. By the way, guys, the yard, it's not some big, huge thing. This is a very small yard and the bodies were all piled up.
Yeah. 7 bodies.
7 bodies in total were found in her yard. Dorothea on the run.
Where is she now?
So one day they are looking at the TV, officers from Sacramento, and they found her on the TV in Los Angeles. Los Angeles.
She was found in a motel and got arrested. By the way, this informant called the TV station and not the police.
Good job. Like in
Girl,
Portuguese.
like,
I was going to make a Portuguese joke. Sorry.
Go ahead. Go.
I was going to say that this is like calling CMTV before you call the police. CMTV, for those who are not from Portugal, CMTV is that station that has journalists everywhere, in every corner of Portugal. Like, it happens and they are there. Like, right away.
She was on the same red jacket from when she left, by the way. And they sent her back to Sacramento.
I used to be a very good person at one time.
Where, girl? Where? Yeah. Where?
She said that she used to be a good person while in the car. Where? When she was a child, because she started committing crimes at 19, so I cannot see where.
When this case broke, they basically got phone calls from family members of Everson Gilmore. But
Gilmouth.
Gilmouth?
Can you read this word?
Gilmouth. Okay, Gilmouth, I guess. But they haven't heard from him,
I got it right.
It has been a while since they heard from him.
Yeah, so Everson started exchanging letters with Dorothea while she was in prison.
I don't understand these people that like to talk with people in prison that they don't know, and they date them.
Like in the Night Stalker?
Oh my God.
Where he got married in prison.
What is what is this? What is it? What's the thing?
So this guy started talking with Dorothea, and when she got out, they started a romantic relationship.
By the way, I just want to say a phrase that I wrote, proving you that I make excellent notes. So basically, I wrote, when Dorothea was in prison, he went to live with her at that house. Love interest. I think I make awesome notes.
Awesome. After hearing from Everson family, Everson's family, police was able to relate this case to a John Doe that was found in 1986. He was killed and was left by the river.
Also, his body
was... back the river, let me look at you.
Babe, come on. Also, the body was wrapped in the same way that the bodies were buried in the backyard. What?
Yes,
yes.
That's correct.
He was identified in 88, by the way. After this, she brought more people at her house. She would take care of them, give them drugs, stole from them, and bury them underground. Oh my God.
Help. This was a murder house, not a border house. This is like, you were going there to die.
Dorothea was charged with 9 counts of murder. They are making all the connections, even to the Ruth's case.
Yes, they were able to find enough evidence to charge her with the 9th death. We are now saying the name of the victims.
Leona Carpenter, Dorothy Miller,
Bert Montoya, Benjamin Fink,
James Gallup, Vera Martin,
Betty Palmer, and Everson Gilmouth.
And lastly, but not least, Ruth Moreau. They took their lives for basically social security checks. It's always money. Yeah. Or jealousy. It's just, I don't understand. It wasn't even that much of a money.
This was kind of a lifestyle for her. In the doc, they say that at one point she says, "I'm sorry for everything." And that the police officers believed that at that time he believed her. That she was really sorry about everything.
Her defense was that she didn't kill them. They were sick and couldn't call the police because she was on parole.
Yeah, but they died on natural causes.
But did confess the checks. I didn't kill them, but I stole the money. I mean, girl, get your check, girl.
This was enough for she to just be convicted of 3 murders.
Yeah, only 3 counts of
The
murder.
other 6 ended up in deadlocks. That means in Portugal, we have a different jury system.
Mm-hmm.
So this means that the jury could not reach a verdict.
Oh my God.
So she was only sentenced to 3 of these murders because some of the jury found that there was not enough evidence.
She gained $100K from killing these people and used this money to donate to charities. And the clothes that she donated were from these people who died. I am broken.
On March 20...
Did you reboot for a second?
Yes, I just...
All right.
On March 2011, she died of natural causes in prisons at the age of 82.
Wow.
She lived a long life.
I just feel that it was his destiny to expose Dorothea Puente. I just feel that way.
Thank you guys so much.
Please.
Thank you guys so much for listening to us. Your feedback and your support has been so great the past few weeks. It's so awesome, and we have no words to explain how we are feeling at this moment. At this moment, we are tipsy. But, I mean, I think we have all these walls that we are not able to explain how we are feeling because we are tipsy, but we are really grateful.
Yes, thanks to you, we got to the 14th place in the top charts of true crime. We've been in like more than 10 countries by now. So
oh my God.
Keep sharing.
Brazil, Netherlands.
Yes, this only happened because of you. So please, please, please.
Thank you so much.
Keep doing that. Keep sharing and keep showing this to your friends. They will like it as fuck.
So, therapy session with spilling
the crime. Bye, guys. After hearing from Everson family,
I'm so tipsy right now.
We'll get through this.
I want to finish finish this.
I will get through this.
Let's go.
So